Hello students, welcome back to lecture 12, Mail Merge, Spell Checker, Help, Use of Macros of Word Processing Package. Course name is Introduction to Software Package, course code is 1618303. We will see Mail Merge, Spell Checker, Help and Use of Macros in this lecture. So mail merge is nothing but it's a feature within most data processing application that enable user to send a similar letter or document to multiple recipients. So this mail merge enable connecting a single form template with a data source that contains information about the recipient's name, address and other predefined and supported data. So there is some of the steps to be followed to do mail merge. First one is in a blank Microsoft document and click on the mailing tab and in the start mail merge group and click mail merge. So then you have to select your document type and example you can select letter. In this video we are going to select letters. Then after selecting you can start document and you can use the current or blank document. So then after selecting the current document, or you can select the existing document that maybe have some changes in the view and it's give you the option to choose your document. After you choose it, the mail merge wizard revert to use the current document. So next you have to select the recipients, type a new list and then click create. So this image shows that how to create a list. So you have to create a list by adding data in the new address list dialog box. Finally you have to click OK. So here you have to type the recipient information in the table and you can add more entries. So adding you can use click new entry. So using click new entry option from the new address list, you can add more entries. After that you can click OK. So and you have to save the list into the computer. So now the list has been created. So the mail merge wizard revert to use an existing list and you have to you have the option to edit the recipient list. So in this image it clearly shows that how to edit recipient list or mail merge recipients. First, selecting edit recipients list, open up the mail merge recipients dialog box. So then where you can edit the list and select or unselect the records. So there is a more than one different records are there. So you can select particular records where you want edit from the list. So you can select that particular records and click OK. So then you can edit that particular record, click OK. So then it will accept that delete as is. Then you have to write the letter and add the custom field. So click address block to the address recipients addresses that at the top of the documents. So in the address block dialog box, You have to check or uncheck the boxes and select options on the left until the address appears that you want to do it. So in these images it clearly shows that how to insert address block and specify the specific address elements, and how to insert company name or how to insert postal address, and how to format address according to the destination country or region. And you can select all the fields, insert into the your uh, documents, and finally you have to click OK. So then after that you have to go to the document and click greeting lines to enter a greeting. So in the insert greeting lines dialog box, choose the greeting line. No, there is a format by clicking the drop down arrows and select the options of your choice, then click OK. So in this image shows that how to insert greeting lines. So there is a different greeting lines format, and there is a greeting lines recipient name also there. So you can, that is sample recipients names. So you can choose no, select the options of your choice, and you can finally click OK. In this image, note that the address block and the greetings lines are surrounded by chevrons, and write a short letter and click next. Preview your letters. So preview your letter and click next. Finally complete the merge. So there is a different options also there. Click print to print your letters or edit individual letters to further personalize some or all of the letters. So next one is spell checker. The spell checker tools enable you to correct the most know some mistakes with a high degree of accuracy and speed, and to improve your written English. So that is, you can open the Office programs and click Review tab on the ribbon. Click Spelling or Spelling and Grammar options from the Review tab on the ribbon. So if the programs find spelling mistakes, a dialog box appears with the first misspelled word found by the spelling checker. After you decide how to resolve the misspelling, so suppose ignoring it, adding it to the program's dictionary, or changing it. So this is the additional options. The program moves to the next misspelled word. Then show error automatically while you work. So most of the Office programs automatically check for potential spelling and grammatical error as you type. So you don't need to do anything to show error while you work. So if spelling and grammatical error are marked, so automatic checking might be turned off. So you can turn on the automatic spelling and grammar checker. So when you see a spelling or grammatical error that you want assistant fixing, so right click on the underlined word, or and you can choose one of the option to fix the error. So in Office is flagging words as misspelled, but you have it spelled the way you want it. So select add to dictionary to teach office, not to flag that bad as misspelled in the future. So turn the automatic spelling and the grammar checker on or off. So how to turn the automatic spelling and the grammar checker on or off? So there is a steps to follow. Open the spelling and grammar options. Then on the file menu, click options and then click proofing. So select or clear the check spelling as you type checkbox. So in programs that have automatic grammar checking, you may also select or clear the mark grammar error as you type checkbox. So when correcting spelling and grammar, the dialog box you have to check or uncheck. So there is a different options are there. Check spelling as you type, mark grammar error as you type, frequently confused words, check grammar with spelling, show readability statistics. You can no, you can select what you want. So recheck spelling and grammar that you previously ignored. How to recheck that you have previously ignored? First of all, open the document or item that you want to check. Then go to the file menu, click options, go to proofing and recheck document. So then suppose if you are using some other Outlook document, you will find this under file options, mail, then spelling and autocorrect. In Word, you can go to the file menu and click options and go to the proofing. Under the proofing, there is a recheck document. Finally, you can click yes when you see the warning message about resetting the spelling and grammar checker. Then you can click OK in the dialog box to get back to the document and then run the spelling and grammar checker again. Now we will going to see help file. So help file sometimes no, we will call it as help system. So it is a documentation component of a software program that explains the features of the program and it helps the user understand its capabilities. So in most Windows application, pressing the F1 key that open the help system for the program. So this help menu lies in the rightmost of the toolbar. You can see clearly in that image. It shows that right rightmost of the toolbar. It is displayed in the rightmost of the toolbar. There is a different options also there. Help, Microsoft Word, help, Office.com, contact us, etc. So finally, we can see that use of macros. So in Word, you can automate frequently used tasks by creating and running macros. So a macros is nothing but it's a series of commands and instructions that you group together as a single command to accomplish a task automatically. So to save time on task, you do often bundle the steps into a macro, and first you need to record a macro. Then you can run the macro by click the button on the quick access toolbar. So it is depend on how you set it up. So how to record a macro with a button? So first of all you can click view macros and click record macro. Give a name for the macro and to use this macro in any new document you make and be sure the store macro in box says all documents. Example, you can that is normal dot macro, the normal dot macro. So you can store the documents macro box. After that, you have to run your macro when you click a button, that is click button. There is in this image it shows that how to do it. First you have to assign a macro name. After that you have to store inside the macro. Then assign a macro to button. So you have to run your macro when you click a button. So click button. So after clicking the new macro, it's named something like normal. So then go to the new macro, give a new macro and click add. So then suppose if you want to modify that macro, you can click modify. So then you have to choose a button image and type the name you want and click OK twice. So you can select the button image or modify image and the display name from the dialog box and click twice. So now it's time to record the steps. Click the commands or press the key for each steps in the task. So WAD records your clicks and keystrokes. So stop recording. You have to go to the view menu. Again go to the macro. There is a drop down menu. So from that drop down menu there is a 3 options: view macro, stop recording, paste recording. So you can use stop recording. So now we will going to see how to run a macro. So in this image shows that how to run a macro. So to run a macro, click the button on the quick access toolbar, press the keyboard shortcut, or you can run the macro from the macros list. So first you have to click view tab from the menu toolbar and click macro. There is a drop down menu. From the drop down menu you can select view macros. In the list under macro name, you can click the macro you want to run. Finally you can click run. So from this lecture, hopefully in this presentation you may have learned that how to process mail merge in WAD and what is the usage of spell checker and what is the usage of help file and how to create and run macro and its use. This is the reference of your books. Please go through these books and get additional information for this lecture. Thank you.